Hey guys, how's it going? This is Yusuf here. What I'm going to do today is I'm just going to have a little chat about some of these questions that I've kind of come into contact with recently, and I just want to give you my 2 cents on it. And if you got any value from it, cool, use it in your life. If not, carry on with your life as it is. So one of the questions that kind of got asked recently was this guy basically recently got his girlfriend pregnant, and he's thinking about the repercussions of that. More specifically, like what skills he has that he's going to be able to pass on to his kid, basically. And he was concerned. He was kind of looking at himself, going, "Well, you know, what do I have to offer?" I haven't had any children yet, so I'm not going to be able to necessarily talk from that perspective. But I did grow up in a single parent household, and I did feel my mother was basically around, my father wasn't, and I did feel like I didn't get all of the necessary skills that could have allowed for adult life to be a bit smoother, probably is the best way to put that. So I can talk about it from that perspective, and I can basically tell you now what I believe and what I will be passing on to my children, and what I believe would be really important things for you to focus on for your child. I think this is a global thing, that's why I say for your child. Obviously I don't know you specifically, but I believe that these are kind of universal skills that can do a lot of benefit to any person. So obviously you'd want to give your child the best chance in life by teaching them these skills. I think firstly we're going to go with discipline. Discipline is very important, and I'm not saying military-like discipline, but knowing that if you set a task for yourself to do, that you're going to get it done. Now, one of the things that I learned very early on as a child, and later on as an adult as well, is you can tell someone to do something, or you can be told to do something, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen. Now, if your child is seeing that you're being disciplined with yourself, then they're likely to then become disciplined with themselves. If they see that you're not disciplined with yourself, yet you are trying to force this idea of discipline on them, and then they're less likely to engage with that, at least in a healthy manner. So yeah, one of the main things that I think is really important to pass on to your children is discipline, and the merits of it, like the benefits of it. It's not all about being like this military man or military woman. It's the benefits that come from that. Your mind is generally clearer, because you have set out what you're going to do in that day. Your willpower increases because of that as well. Your mental fortitude, all these sorts of things are benefits that come from discipline, basically. So I think that would be one really important thing that I'd love to pass on to my kids, and I think every child, adult, whoever can definitely benefit a lot from discipline. I came into discipline much later on in my life, but since I've become more disciplined, both in terms of my self-development and many different areas of my life have improved exponentially because I'm more disciplined, basically. And then the next thing I would say is probably self-love. I think self-love is a really important trait to pass on, and it's not something that is innate in a lot of ways. Or maybe it is innate, but maybe it's kind of like trained out of us through societal pressures and stuff like that. But again, this is all about showing yourself self-love, and your child will then learn from that. So I think the two main things here is, I'm not going to say, oh, you should teach them how to, I don't know, make a table, or teach them how to, I don't know, become a black belt in jiu-jitsu, whatever. Yeah, these are definitely beneficial things. But if we look at it on a broader scale, like what I think that all human beings would benefit from, it would be more discipline in their life, but a healthier relationship with discipline. And as I said with the second thing as well, it's not just about the discipline. Yeah, we want to also have self-love, because if we're just a disciplinarian with ourselves and we don't have the self-love, we can have quite an unhealthy relationship with ourselves that can lead to quite damaging results. So the mixture of being self-disciplined but also having self-love as well. Cool. Take care, guys. Thank you very much.